Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Wow, do I have lots to tell you guys. So my last video, which was almost 2 months ago, literally, I gave you a life update and was like, okay girl, I'm gonna be giving you more content, boom. We're here, we're queer, we're back. Once I filmed that video, literally my life was just going crazy after that even more. Not in a good way. So guys, so after I filmed that video, so basically this is gonna be a story time. I'm sure you read the title. It's the one about the winter storm that happened in February and then me getting COVID. So let's start with the winter storm. Okay, let's go. Okay guys, so February, kind of like around, I think it was like February 16th, maybe the second or third week. Though there was a big winter storm that hit Texas, pretty much the whole United States was pretty much covered besides like Florida. Was just cold, freezing. People were, without power, pipes were bursting, like a lot of stuff was happening. And so, so of course I live with my best friend Jari, and basically, we were good for a while, and then all of a sudden our power was out, and our power was out for like 20 plus hours. And it was like it started like at 5 p.m. one day, and then, we had to sleep through it without power and everything. We even slept together because we were like body heat. We even put the dog on the bed, everything. Well, and so, the next day we're still no power, and that's around like, maybe say like 2 or 3 o'clock, almost 24 hours. So we're just like, okay, let's go ahead and go to Wendy's because we're kind of hungry. Can't cook or anything really. So we were like, okay, let's go. So literally we go to Wendy's. Wendy's is literally like right next door to our apartment complex, so we don't have to go that far. So we go to Wendy's, and we come back maybe like 10, maybe 15 minutes later, because there's a line, girl. So yeah, we come back, and literally our whole apartment is being flooded. It's flooded. So we're shook when we walk in. And one time in our apartment complex, we had a leak, and it was like, because right when you walk in, there's like the living room, and like you see the dining table and all that stuff. And so one time that happened to us, where there was a leak in the whole little dining table area, was kind of like flooded. There was water everywhere. But look, when I walked in, I was like, oh, maybe this happened again. And I turned to my left and looked down the hall. The whole hall is flooded. Kitchen is flooded. And like you hear water. It sounds like a shower. And we turn the corner of the hallway. In the bathroom, it's like worse. Water's coming down. And above the shower, more water's coming down. Thankfully, it's going in the tub. If it wasn't, it would have been even worse. But yeah, more stuff is just coming out. It's coming through the walls. And we're like, oh my God, some of these pipes busted or something. Because it's like coming from above. Or like, we knew something was wrong. And we had made sure, especially Jari, she had made sure like our faucets were we're dripping all the time and stuff. So like, pipes won't burst. So yeah, it was really bad. And I'm gonna put a little clip so y'all can kind of see what we kind of like saw. So there you go. Flooded. Flooding. So water. So after that, we pretty much, call maintenance. Maintenance isn't answering. Finally, one of our neighbors, she's saying like her apartment's flooded too, or like our neighbors above, they're finally coming out. And we're like, yeah, it's flooded. So, and there's only 4 units in our complex. So we're kind of like all outside. Our neighbor ends up calling the fire department, 911, pretty much. And so they come because like we're kind of scared too. Things are plugged in, you just never know in these type of situations. And at first I didn't really think about that until like Jari had pointed it out. And so, but yeah, we're like, okay, there's a lot of stuff plugged in, you never know. And our neighbor was saying she had a lot of stuff plugged in and on the floors, a lot of electronics, stuff like that. So we're like, okay, it's not safe. And most of these people have kids too. So I'm like worried about the kids too. I'm like, are they safe? So, pretty much the whole time, that's that first day they tell us, hey, like, they finally shut off the water. We finally got a hold of maintenance. The firefighters did because they didn't want to answer us. But firefighters got on maintenance. They came, they turned off our water, and they said, hey, pretty much find somewhere to live for a while. And they were kind of telling all of us, like, basically, we're not going to push your carpet till it dries. So basically, they were saying once your carpet dries, and they like remove it and they put a new carpet, then we'll be able to move back in. And we were like, okay, cool. And they like vacuumed up the water, everything. So, and that happened like Tuesday of the week. And so I ended up having to stay with my aunt, uncle in Rowlett, which is like almost an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Well, with the storm, it was icy, so it took us like an hour and a half to drive because I'm driving so slow. So we drove there and we stayed with them until Saturday. I think till Saturday. Yeah. I think it was Saturday. Me and my best friend Jari. Thankfully my family was just like, hey, just come. We'll take care of you guys. I'm so grateful for my aunt. And uncle. But yeah, so we stayed there for a while and then we're saying Friday, Saturday, most likely the carpet will be dried and they'll be replacing it that day. So I get a call Friday morning. I see voicemail from my apartment complex. So I'm like, oh, they're probably calling saying they're replacing the carpet today. Woo! So I'm, into the voicemail like, hey, and the voicemail was basically saying, hey, your apartment complex is on fire. We're just trying to make sure you're not in there. Please give us a call back. I'm like, what? A fire? What? So I called them back and they were saying, yeah, there's a fire. We want to make sure you're not in there. And they were like, okay, we don't know anything. Like, was it started like upstairs? Like at the bottom, was it just ours? Like, they're not giving too much information. And they're like, well, where are you looking? We're like, we're at the bottom right side. And they're like, we just need you to come here as soon as possible and assess all the damages, I guess they're saying, or something like that. So we're like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? So me and Jara, we go there. And there's so many fire trucks and cop cars. There's a lot of stuff going on in our complex, so we can't really go through. And I see one of the firefighters like, hey, and he's like, you can't go through. I'm like, no, well, we're actually one of the people that lived in that apartment complex. And he's like, oh, which one? We're like, 41A, it's the bottom right one. And he's like, it's not looking too good. He goes, I don't know what y'all can save, but it's not looking too good. And he just like said in the worst tone and gave us the worst look. But he goes, but you need to go give your information to the chief firefighter or whatever. So once we roll out the window, me and Josh started crying. And we're just like, oh my God, like our stuff is gone. Like, it gives me anxiety just thinking about this day. We're just like, our stuff is gone. Oh my God, like that's the worst feeling. Like I don't ever want to wish that on anybody. It's the worst feeling. And so we're just like, Oh my God. So once me and Jari like get it together, hug and stuff, calm each other down, we end up, going up there, all that stuff. We see all of our other neighbors. So pretty much, basically, our stuff wasn't really truly burnt. It was just a lot of water damage, a lot of smoke damage, a lot of damage from the flood, etc. And then one of our ceilings kind of like collapsed in the living room and stuff. But yeah, it actually started the fire. The fire actually started above the top apartment complex, and it destroyed pretty much the whole building. And once the firefighters are trying to get it out with the water, of course that's more water damage, and more of that smoky, fiery stuff is sinking down into all of our stuff. So that was great. So after that, we ended up having to go to the office. They provided us pizza and stuff, thank God. And then, they kind of said, hey, we have some sister properties that y'all can look at and y'all can like move to. And they'll give us the same rate, all that good stuff. Or you're basically out of your lease. Like, because you're like, you can't live here anymore. It's not livable. And they don't have any other, spots available. So pretty much, if we and Jari weren't going to find a place at these sister properties, and first, there's 4 or 5 of us that got affected, and they only had like, I think 2 or 3 rooms left. So we're like, some people aren't getting stuff. And some they had like only 1 bedrooms or like studios. It was crazy. But yeah, if we weren't gonna sign another lease somewhere else, pretty much me and Jari were gonna have to move back home. She was gonna have to move back home to East Texas. I would have to move back with my aunt in Laaawd, which isn't like too bad. It's just where you start independence, and we're used to living by ourselves, and it's just it's different. It's different when you've been by yourself for a while, living on your own. Moving back home, it's just a lot different. So. Sorry, this is such a lot, guys. I'm so sorry, but it's just what happened. Yeah, we ended up going to the first property. They have a 2x2, which is bigger and better than our old apartment. So we ended up signing quick. Going there, we got the apartment. So we're at a new place now, and it's kind of bittersweet because, we didn't want to go through the moving process and all that stuff. But at the same time, we are, we don't have to share a bathroom anymore. We have a lot more space for our dog. And it's just overall better area, better, it's better. It's an upgrade for sure. So we're really happy here. Unfortunately, we did lose most of our stuff, especially the main things was like most of our kitchen stuff we couldn't use or take, and most of our stuff in the bedroom we couldn't use or take. We both couldn't take our beds, so we slept on air mattresses for the first like 2 weeks. Thanks to our friend Paige, she had air mattresses, so she gave us those for us to sleep on for the first couple weeks here, and so we actually got to order the mattresses. Thankfully, we had renter's insurance, so we did put in a claim and stuff like that, so that was covered. But it really does suck to lose all your things. I mean, I literally the only stuff I was really able to save is what I packed really to my aunt's, because that was already like in my car. So yeah, we couldn't really save a bed, some TVs, some of the ring lights, our couch, rugs, all of our kitchen stuff. We had a thing in our like hallway area where it's like a bunch of glasses, and it was a cute little setup, like crystal glasses. We couldn't take any of those because a lot of them had water in it. And the water, it was so weird, guys. The water was like brown, and when it was dripping down and stuff, and it kind of smelled like pee a little bit. It was all nasty. And then all of our clothes were just molded and smelled like smoke, and they were still soaked after so many days, 4 or 5 days. So we couldn't really take much of our clothes. Coming here, I had like maybe 7 or 8 shirts. And then I had my Crocs and like a pair of tennis shoes. I had like 30 pairs of shoes or something like that. So it was a big difference. But I'm still grateful and blessed that nobody got hurt. us, and then none of my other neighbors from the other units and their kids and their families, they didn't get hurt. Yeah, we didn't get hurt, and you know, we're safe now. We're at a better place, and you know, everything that we lost, yeah, it sucks, but in the end, it's replaceable. We've already done so much shopping, and we've already placed a lot of the stuff. So you know, we've replaced a lot of our stuff. So you know, it's a first start, but hey, you know, things happen for a reason, obviously, and we're just kind of blessed to be here, and we're kind of done with that situation. And low-key, now I'm like kind of triggered when people talk about cold or snow or anything like that. It's just gonna bring me back to that moment, so it might be a little triggering for a little for a while, but hey. So please, if you don't have renter's insurance, let this be a sign. Get renter's insurance. Get renter's insurance. So important. It's so important, guys. Whew. Okay, next story. So pretty much, literally right after we move in, pretty much the next week later, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done moving in and stuff. I can go back, because you know, my job was so understanding, and I'm so grateful to be working with them that they were, you know, understanding. They gave me the time off that I needed. Came back and was like, hey y'all, I'm back, I'm here. Boom. Well, like 4 days into me coming back, I get sick with COVID. Great. So after the move and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, only for 4 days. And mind you, I'm still trying to do a lot of shopping, shop for decor, shop for my clothes and shoes and pants and stuff that I need, my necessities. I'm still doing all that. So yeah, literally Thursday morning when I woke up, all this stuff just kind of hit me. Sore throats. I had, you know, I had chills. I had a fever. I don't know. It was just a lot of stuff that happened that morning. And so I was like, I was coughing a lot. So, and it's so weird because Wednesday night I felt kind of fine. I thought my throat was a little raspy, a little itchy, but I was like, that's probably allergies because my allergies does that all the time. Well, no. All these symptoms just kind of popped up the next morning. So yeah, I got tested that morning, was positive. So did my quarantine period, which, I mean, sucked because I'm in the middle of restarting my life, getting things done. So it's putting a pause on things, pause on, you know, the shopping that I need to do and the organizing I need to do, the, you know, everything. So I was just frustrated, but thankfully it wasn't too bad. I'm gonna put a little video that I did when I had COVID, just me being dramatic. This is my first day with COVID, and it literally sucks. I have a sore throat, I have chills, my voice is raspy, I've been coughing, I had a fever, but it's been going down now. Yeah, this literally sucks. And, you know, pretty much, especially coming down, no, this one, see, I'm seeing shit. This is pretty much gonna be my life for the next pretty much 2 weeks. I know it's like 10 days quarantine, but yeah. Thankfully, my roommate, Jari, my bestie, she is pretty much gonna take care of me and watch after me. And I'm hoping this doesn't get worse, hoping it stays like this. Or, you know, symptoms go away because I can't do the whole breathing issues thing or whatever. But yeah, I just want to make this quick little video. Probably gonna post it. If you're seeing this, I'll probably posted it to my YouTube video, so. Just, yeah. Please wear your mask, guys. Wear your mask, sanitize, do all that good stuff. And yeah, hopefully, yeah, by the time y'all see this, I'm healthy and better and over the bullshit. Alright, well, I'll see you some else right now. Just don't worry about it. Alright, bye guys. But yeah, so, yeah, so I mean, COVID really wasn't too bad. I did lose my taste and smell. Everything, all the symptoms happened in waves throughout my quarantine period. Like my taste and smell, I didn't lose it till like maybe the 4th or 5th day of my quarantine. It was weird, and I never want to experience it again. I don't like not tasting or smelling. Okay. But yeah, everything was just so weird, and my cough lasted forever. And it was just so annoying. Thankfully, my fever and chills only happened the first day, so that wasn't too bad. And I just took a whole bunch of vitamins that the nurse had recommended, you know, zinc, magnesium, vitamin C, vitamin D, and then I also took my other vitamins like vitamin B and whatnot. So, yeah. And I drank a lot of water, a lot of Gatorade, had a soup, you know. Yeah, it was crazy. And during all of that as well, especially COVID, I'm still in grad school, so I still have classes. Thankfully, so yeah, with grad school, my professor was just a mess. You know, I had COVID, and so I kind of emailed her, was like, hey, can I just have like a little bit of an extension because I have COVID right now? And, you know, I really didn't have strength to even sit at my desk really too much. I just wanted to be in bed, and like I was weak. You know, I'm weak. I got COVID, corona. What don't you understand, girl? And she sent me this petty ass email basically saying I need to she basically said corona ain't an excuse, and either I can turn it in late, 10% off, or talk to my advisor about taking a leave of absence from this term, because you never know how long corona symptoms can last. I'm like, okay, I mean, yes, I understand that, but at the same time, like, baby, I know I'm gonna push through. Like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna do something, just give me a little bit of extension. At least like a couple days, girl. Oh, I was so upset. I even told my advisor said that was unacceptable. And like, there's low-key an unspoken rule, which they should put it as a real rule in their little policy. But there's like an unspoken policy that teachers are supposed to be kind of, you know, the professors are supposed to be understanding when it comes to COVID. And, you know, they should provide that extension for students to have COVID. So my advisor said next time, you know, get him involved, he'll handle it. But my advisor was pissed. And I was pissed too because I had COVID. But all said and done, I got what I needed to get done. So, and we're still slaying. So boom. So yeah, that's pretty much been my life and why I haven't recorded videos. And also, now I'm going through, I just got ingrown toenail surgery. I like to say procedure, but they called it a surgery. But yeah, I had ingrown toenail surgery on both of my big toes, and I have to have them wrapped for like pretty much 2 weeks, and I have to take it easy, So, now I'm going through that. So, after this month, because, you know, right now we just kind of started April. I mean, April hasn't really been that bad besides the ingrown toenail situation. Like, it's kind of annoying, but whatever. But I mean, other than that, it's like May, I need nothing to come up. Nothing, because it seems like every month it's something. January, my grandmother died, unfortunately. That was sad. February, flood, fire. Had to move, transform my life, lost all my things. March, COVID. April, dealing with my ingrown toenails. But that's okay. It's okay. We are... my aunt likes to say, she likes to sing Survivor by Destiny Child. I'm a survivor, hey. I'm a survivor, hey. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. What? No, yeah, life's been hard. 2021 trying to get me down, but, you know, I'm a bad bitch, and you can't get me down. And I'm just, you know, thankful that I'm still here. we're queer, we're, you know, we're still doing the damn thing. So yeah. But yeah, so I really just want to make this video just to kind of explain, like, hey, I have not been making videos just because I've been lazy or whatever. You know, shit's been happening. And it's so funny because last video was like, content's coming, boom, boom, boom. Nope, psych, skirt, bye. Literally like a week later, my shit flooded. So whatever. But no, this time I promise, guys, after this video, stuff is coming. Nothing else should be happening. Yeah, we should be getting it popping. So yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see. Press the bell so you'll be notified when I post a video. Follow me on all my socials. They'll be down at the bottom. And yeah, we're gonna have to start 2021 content pretty much next video, I guess, because it hasn't been happening. But yes, no, but thank you guys for all your love, support, your encouraging words, and just shout out to my family and friends who have supported me through all this mess and have sent prayers and sent money, and just, I'm just super grateful for you guys, and you know, I just really appreciate it a lot. So again, thank you. Share this video, like it, boom, subscribe, and yeah, and we'll get the content rolling on the next video. So thank you guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.